Yo, what's going on, everybody? SOS Wrestle Talk back at y'all once again for more G1 Climax 33 action. Night 11, night 12. We got 2 nights of G1 Climax to get through. So without any further ado, without any plan, first of all, we the almighty SOS Wrestle Talk. Please be sure you like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Price of subscription, free 99, man. So the first match we had on night 11 of G1 Climax, it took place in Kagawa. We had Hikuleo taking on and defeating Kaito Kiyomiya, getting a victory via the Godsend. That's his version of the chokeslam. A little under 10 minutes right here. And this victory shocked me maybe the most out of any match in the G1 here coming up. Maybe, despite a couple. Maybe the Shane Haste and Naito match was a little surprising. But I think this is even more surprising. Hikuleo, one of the New Japan, he's kind of in a weird spot. I really don't know where to place him. Defeating Pro Wrestling Noah's Ace right here. And he got the victory in about 10 minutes. So thought this was actually a really decent match. I thought Kiyomiya was actually able to pull something out of Hikuleo right here that not a lot of people are able to do. So I had to give him credit on that one right there. Gets the victory, picks up his third win, got 3 losses, sitting at 6 points right now. So moving on up the card, we had match number 2. We had YOSHI-HASHI taking the L to the Great Okan, easy for me to say. The Eliminator around 13 and a half minutes right here. There was a kind of not of a technical struggle during this match for YOSHI-HASHI, but he was pretty much getting out-grappled from the onset by Great Okan. I think that led to the victory that Great Okan had right here. He's had 2 wins and 4 losses in this G1 Climax. A little disappointing. I expect a little bit better numbers from him from this point, but maybe he can close out this tournament with a bang. So let's hope, fingers crossed. Let's hope he does, man. So match number 3 on this card, we had Ren Narita taking on and defeating Chase Owens via the Cobra Twist, man. I've just been a fan of Ren Narita during this whole G1 Climax, and Chase Owens actually had a pretty decent showing, as quiet as it's kept. We get Ren Narita getting his actual first win in the whole G1 Climax. Got 1 win, 3 losses, and 2 draws. He has 4 points. Chase Owens is cut and dry, simple. He's 2-4, 4 points. So that's as cut and dry and simple as it can be. Another match that I thoroughly enjoyed here on night 11 of the G1 Climax. We had Taichi taking the L to L Phantasmo, no pun intended. He getting a victory with the ELP style, Taichi style ghetto clutch in about almost 14 minutes right here. This match was a lot of fun. I'm fans of both of these guys right here. And I think for the most part, they're having solid G1s. We know Taichi started off 3-0, I believe. Then he took that L to Okada. Then it's kind of been hit or miss from there. I think he's dropped 3 in a row. Jesus, he's dropped 3 in a row since then. So then we got ELP, the opposite, who I believe has won 3 in a row himself. He started off 0-3. So got 3 wins in a row right here. Trying to continue that streak. It's like these guys are passing ships tonight with their momentum trajectory. It's really weird, but hey, we're here for it. We're here to see it. So then match number 5 in Block A action. We had SANADA taking on and defeating Gabe Kidd via about 12:08 via the deadfall. And Gabriel Kidd's doing some great stuff with it, just being in Bullet Club. I've seen a lot of people talking about online. He should be the leader of Bullet Club. He'll be the Bullet Club leader in about a year. So it's really interesting how they're going to play this, because we all know that position in Bullet Club is all about power play. And will Gabriel Kidd show his hand at any point in time here in the near future? I guess we're going to have to find out after the G1 Climax to see where they go with that. I mean, they're pretty much trying to have that tag team, the War Dogs, swinging him and Coughlin. So I don't know. I'm interested to see how they try to take his initial singles run. So in the meantime, SANADA's got a record of 6 wins, 0 losses, 12 points. And we have Gabriel Kidd with a record of 2-3, 1 loss, or 2-3 and 1 draw, the record of 5 points. So moving on up the card, we have Tanga Loa taking on and defeating Will Ospreay by count out right here. This is probably another shocking upset of the tournament. It takes the shock factor is, diminishes a little bit because he got it by count out. But at the end of the day, a W is a W, man. If you look in the record books, it's going to say Tanga Loa defeated Will Ospreay, and that's what's happened here. We got Will Ospreay on the record of 4-2 right now, sitting at 8 points. Tanga Loa has a record of 3-3, sitting at 6 points. I thought up until the count-out point, I thought this match was pretty decent, actually. I thought it was pretty solid. And it's rare because you don't expect anyone to ever get counted out. So when they actually do get counted out, it's always such a shocker that when you see, they're just like, oh shit, he actually got counted out. Wow, what the hell do you know? So that's what happened here, getting Tanga Loa his 6 points, 6th point of the tournament. And probably the match I enjoyed the most of this show, we had, and it went almost to the wire right here. We had Shota Umino taking the L to my LIJ stablemate dude, Yota Tsuji right here, via the Gene Blaster, 19 minutes and 20 seconds. I thought we were going to get another draw right here, but I was glad the story that they told was Yota Tsuji is able to close the door now on one of these guys. So he's looking for that victory on Ren Narita next. He got the victory on Umino right here. And that's a little progression because he's like, well, no, we're not going to a draw. I'm going to just beat your ass. And that's what happened right here, man. And then in the main event of the show, actually a really solid main event, too, that went down to the wire. We had Kazuchika Okada taking on and defeating KENTA, getting his 5th victory. He's sitting at 5-1, 10 points. KENTA just pretty much eliminates him from the G1 Climax. He's sitting at 2 wins and 4 losses after this match, sitting at 4 points. So I thought Night 11 actually was really solid. And I actually recommend watching that if you haven't seen Night 11. My match of Night 11 is probably going to be Shota Umino versus Yota Tsuji. If you haven't seen that, I do recommend that match. The match was really good. So there was a lot of really good matches on this show. I liked Okan and I liked YOSHI-HASHI as well. I like the flow and the pacing of that match as well. So can't really be too mad at that. But now we move on to Night 12 of the G1 Climax, taking place in Hiroshima right here. So, you know, Hiroshima is pretty much an adopted, it's pretty much an adopted hometown for Tetsuya Naito. So I was kind of shocked that he wasn't in the main event. I thought that was a little odd. I figured he would have been in the main event since it is Hiroshima, but main event we get Shingo Takagi and David Finlay right here. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into these shows right here. So, or actually, let's go ahead and get to these shows. I was about to say something else, but it's kind of talking about Night 13. But so the first match we had take place on the show, like I said, Night 12 G1 Climax, we had Alex Coughlin take on and defeat Hiroshi Tanahashi right here. He got the victory via the jackhammer. I believe the time stamp on that with him getting the jackhammer victory was about, it was about 9 minutes, I believe. Almost like 10 minutes right here. 9-10 minutes, give or take right here. And this is another shock of the tournament, if you ask me. Alex Coughlin, I don't think him necessarily beating Tanahashi is what's the shock. I mean, it is a shock in a way. But that's what I guess what I'm saying is, given their age trajectories, him beating Tanahashi is not a shock, but it's still a shock to see a younger guy like Alex Coughlin still get the victory over Tanahashi in the first match, no less. And this match is pretty much Tanahashi trying to out-tech Coughlin's power, so he wasn't able to. He took the loss. Kind of surprising right here, if you ask me. I'm a little surprised about that right here. So Tanahashi, the record of 3-3 right now, sitting at 6 points. Alex Coughlin, a record of 2-4, sitting at 4 points right here. So match number 2 on the show, we had Mikey Nicholls taking on and defeating Evil right here. Double leg Nelson, around 9.5 minutes. We got Mikey Nicholls at a record of 2-4 after this match, 4 points. We got Evil after this match at a record of 4-2. Sitting at 8 points. And this match was a typical House of Torture match. If you're not a fan of House of Torture, I would probably leave it alone. But if you don't mind him, it's not going to hurt to watch it. So get Evil dropping his second match of this. And I think both of these guys only have one match left. I think we all have one match left in the block. So moving on. Up the card, we have Toru Yano taking on and defeating Shane Hayes via the Schoolboy in about a little under 6.5 minutes right here. Toru Yano getting his 4th point, tying with Shane Hayes. Both these guys are virtually eliminated from this tournament. I thought this match was fun. Yano, I think Shane Hayes is a fun guy too. So thought this match was pretty decent. It wasn't offensive to me. I guess it's ultimately the word I was trying to say. This match is ultimately not offensive. We got blindfolds right here. You got an under the ring fight. So Yano was in his bag. You got to just admit that. Yano was definitely in his bag right here. So then the next match we had coming up on this show, we had Tomohiro Ishii taking on Hanare. Hanare getting a victory via the Streets of Rage, about 14.5 minutes right here. And what really more can you say about this match besides these guys just beat the hell out of each other? They put hands on each other, and they put hands on each other often, man. That's really all you can say. And your boy is definitely a fan of that. So got Hanare getting a victory right here. Getting his, I believe, his second win, getting his 4th point right here. Tomohiro Ishii, 1-5, 2 points. Who saw that coming? That's very surprising, man. I didn't see it coming. Another match I thought was very good on this show, we had Hiroki Goto taking on and defeating Jeff Cobb with the GTR, bringing his record to 3-3, sitting at 6 points. We got Jeff Cobb with a record of 4-2, sitting at 8 points right here. And this match, like I said, this might have been a match of the show if you ask me. It was definitely up there we get Goto selling was on point right here, and his selling throughout the tournament has been really good too. Jeff Cobb getting to show his strength game, of course, right here. Hiroki Goto, man, being a solid consummate professional, having a damn good match with Jeff Cobb, getting his victory. So, moving on up the card, we had Tama Tonga taking on Eddie Kingston right here in this next match on the G1 Climax. I believe, what was this, block? Was that block 8? And that's block C? Yeah, now C block right here. Yeah, C. Next match, you got C block. We got Eddie Kingston getting the victory over Tama Tonga via the Northern Lights bomb. Thought this match was actually pretty solid. I enjoyed this match between both of these guys. It's not a match you would think that you would want to see. Because, not saying you didn't want to see these guys wrestle, but it's not a match you would expect in your mind to see, like, oh, I'm going to see Tama Tonga taking on Eddie Kingston. It's not really one that you would expect, but I'm glad that they had it. He got the victory via the Northern Lights bomb. Eddie actually is tied up at the block right now. He's sitting at 8 points right here. Then, easy for me to say. Easy for me to say, goddamn. Then the penultimate match of the show, we had Tetsuya Naito taking on and defeating, like I predicted, Zack Sabre Jr. He got the victory with an inside cradle in about 18 and a half minutes right here. And this match, this was a desperate match for Naito. He's in desperation time. He needed to win his last two matches, and he has to keep in the running for this block. So he's tied up atop the block with Zack Sabre Jr. and Jeff Cobb, with Jeff Cobb owning the tiebreaker because he defeated Tetsuya Naito on one-on-one action. Tetsuya Naito just beat the guy who was ahead of him right there, and this match was damn good. Zack Sabre Jr. and Tetsuya Naito's chemistry is just off the charts, as it always is. What more can you really expect out of these guys? And this is about, they finish each other differently, I feel, every time, besides from the occasional Destino, but I just enjoy these guys' chemistry. These guys had great energy in this match. And it went almost down to the wire. So what more can you really expect about that? Or what more can you really ask for about that? And in the main event, we have Shingo Takagi taking on and getting the victory over David Finlay right here. He got the victory via the Last of the Dragon. And this is like a very methodical, slow-paced match right here. But I think this is probably one of Finlay's better matches considering who he's in the ring with. Shingo gets a 7th point right here. Making the C block is just so fucking chaotic right now, man. So without any further ado, might as well give y'all the current standings of all of the blocks. We have SANADA with a record just coasting in A block right here. Record of 6-0, 12 points. We got Shota Umino and Kaito Kiyomiya with the same record, 2-2-2, equaling 6 points. Hikuleo with a record of 3-3, equaling 6 points. We have Yota Tsuji with a record 2-3-1, equaling 5 points. The same for Gabe Kidd. Chase Owens has 4 points, and Ren Narita rounds out the block with a record of 1-3-2, totaling 4 points. Block B, Kazuchika Okada's clearly, I want to say clearly ahead, but he's 5-1 record, got 10 points. We got Will Ospreay 4-2, 8 points. Taichi 3-3. Same with El Phantasmo and Tanga Loa. They all have a record of 3-3, totaling 6 points. We got YOSHI-HASHI, Kenta, and Great Okan rounding out the block with a record of 2-4, totaling 4 points. And C block. Not to be outdone. This is a fucking mess in C block. David Finlay, Evil, Eddie Kingston, all with the same record of 4-2, each equaling 8 points. We have Tama Tonga and Shingo Takagi, both with a record of 3-2-1, equaling 7 points. We have Mikey Nicholls and Hanare, 2-4, equaling 4 points. And poor Tomohiro Ishii, record of 1-5 and 2 points. That's so sad. Now, D block, we have Jeff Cobb with a record of 4-2, 8 points. Tetsuya Naito with the same record. Same with Zack Sabre Jr. Roshi Tanahashi, Hiroki Goto with the 3-3 record, equaling 6 points. Shane Hayes, Alice Coughlin, and Toru Yano all with 2-4 and 4 points. So we're going to be off for a couple of days as far as G1 Climax action. I believe they're not back on until Saturday, I believe. So we have a nice couple of days, and these guys have a nice couple of days to recharge your batteries and get back in the mindset of G1. And I would bring up the card, but the card on New Japan 1972 just looks like a fucking mess. So I'm not even going to get into that right here. But we do got Chase Owens versus SANADA, so that should be good. Ren Narita versus Kaito Kiyomiya. Shota Umino versus Hikuleo. So we know we at least have that. But you know what it is. It's some almighty SOS Wrestle Talk. Signing off, man. It's your boy Pro Wrestling Fly God, Stardust Yaku, Blunt Naito. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace.